Hey everybody, and welcome to this video. This is going to be a first impression and wear test on the new Pacifica Alight Clean Foundation. This is a vegan and cruelty-free foundation, and it says it's an oil-free anti-shine and satin finish. So I've heard really good things from people that have more oily and combination skin, so I am really excited to try it out. I've had it for a couple of weeks and I just have been waiting for me to have the time to commit to like a full day wear test because I wanted to really do the first impression and the wear test all in one, and finally we're here, we're doing it, so I'm excited. So if you're interested in seeing how this foundation wears and what it looks like and all that, then go ahead and just keep on watching. So I already have my skin already prepped and ready to go. I've cleansed it, toned it, moisturized it, all that good stuff. Make sure you put on your SPF. And now we're going to get into the foundation, but actually first I'm going to go in with the primer, and I'm going to go in with the a primer from Pacifica. This is their Cherry Matte Mattifying Primer, and it's supposed to be pre-makeup oil control, and it has wild cherry extract, and it's silicone free. I think I tried this with another foundation, and I don't remember anything like amazing about the primer or anything like that. It is like a more silky, like lotiony serum kind of primer. Really reminds me of like the same type of consistency as that Colourpop primer, but it has a little bit more tack to it, so it's nice. It feels like it is gonna kind of like stick to your foundation, but sometimes that tackiness can make it feel a little bit more like drying. So it's not like as hydrating as the Colourpop primer, but the consistency of the product feels the same until you really blend it into your skin. Then it kind of turns a little bit more tacky. So there's that. And now let's go ahead and get into the actual foundation. This is the shade 16 NT, so 16 neutral tan. And like I said, I have had this for a couple of weeks and I've gone to the pool a couple times since, but I think that it should still work, hopefully, fingers crossed. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So this is what one pump looks like, or at least the first pump looks like. It looks like it should be good. And I'm actually going to take my Juno & Co sponge because I haven't used this in a long time. I was using the other one that's like more pointed. I think this is like a blend. I forgot. Like one of the sponges aren't exactly the same, and I remember liking the other one better, but my other one ripped and I haven't replaced it. But I really wanted to use this sponge today. I just like got the urge. I think it has a nice, pretty full coverage. I mean, I do have some like hyperpigmentation and stuff here on my cheek that still needs a little bit more coverage, but based on how other foundations go on top of it, I feel like this is pretty full coverage because it pretty much like neutralized that area, whereas other foundations I would have to like layer on a lot more product to even get to that stage. So I would say it is like a pretty full coverage on me. And also could be the sponge, because the sponge is supposed to help with the coverage of foundation and stuff like that. So always take that into account. The way that you're applying your foundation can also change how the coverage is. So I'm just going to do like half a pump more on the back of my hand. I'm going to really work that in. I think this shade is really nice for me right now, especially because, like I said, I do have more of a tan happening, so I think this works very well. Okay, so I'm just going to build it up right there in the area I was talking about with the hyperpigmentation, just to see how it builds. And yeah, just adding that little bit more just gave it like super full coverage. Alright, so this is what the foundation looks like. I really like it. I like that it has that satin finish, so it's not fully matte, but it's not dewy. It's like the perfect mix in between where you have like more of a matte face, but you have that shine, so it's not just completely flat and just like dry. So I really like the way that it looks. I like the coverage, the fact that you could really build it up, because this is a real problem area for me where I have a lot of hyperpigmentation and acne scarring, and it just covered up that area really, really nicely. I'm here for it. You know, it went over my texture and everything. I don't think it really emphasized. I am breaking out a lot like down by my chin because it is that time of the month. Yay, it's so fun. So all the texture in here, it's not emphasized. It's just like smoothed right over that area. And yeah, I mean, obviously there's still bumps there, like it's texture, but it's not like emphasizing it, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just gonna go off camera really quickly, finish up the rest of my makeup, then I will be back to kind of give you my final thoughts and an overview on the product and all of that. So I'll be right back. Alright, so this is what the foundation is looking like with all of my makeup put on top of it. I'll leave a list of the products that I use below if you're interested in any of the other products on my face. And yeah, so basically it looks really, really good. I will say it does look a bit heavier than I'm used to. I've just been using a lot of lighter weight foundations recently because it is so hot and it's the summertime. So this is a bit heavier than I would typically wear like day to day. Definitely I would wear this at night for sure. It's just because it gets so hot in the summertime here. Like today the high is going to be 96, and I just don't like having a heavier foundation because I feel like it's more likely to not last as well. That's just my hypothesis. So we'll see how it lasts throughout the day. Like I said, it is going to be 96 degrees, so we're going to really be putting it to the heat test and seeing how it can withstand my oils and all of that. So today's a good day for this video. Now let's go ahead and get into the actual foundation itself. So this is what it looks like. It's a nice tall skinny bottle. It does have a pump, which is really nice. It is vegan, cruelty free. That is very good. It doesn't have any oils. It's anti-shine and supposed to be satin finish. It is 0.90 fluid ounces, which is a little bit less than typical. I think the standard amount for a liquid foundation is 1 fluid ounce, so you're getting a little bit less than normal. It does retail for $16, at least at Ulta, which is where I purchased mine. And on the Ulta app, it does have 30 options available for the shades. The range looks pretty good. You know, it goes from light to medium to like more tan to dark. It doesn't look like it has very, very deep colors, at least from what it looks like on the website, and some colors are online only, so not all shades you can purchase in store. And especially my store, I think it looked like it only had like about 10 shades, so the chances of you finding all 30 shades in store are probably very slim. So if you don't find your shade, you can always look online and see if there might be some that might match a little bit better. That is a good thing. So let's see what the claims are. It says, get the flawless coverage of your dreams in 30 shades designed for real skin tones with Pacifica Alight Clean Foundation. This innovative, non-comedogenic, dermatologist-tested formula goes on smooth, covers pores, and lasts throughout the day. The formula is free of silicone, parabens, phthalates, is that the word? I don't know how to say that word. Talc, BHA, BHT, petroleum, and drying alcohols, and a huge list of other things your skin doesn't love. So the key ingredients in this foundation is hyaluronic acid, which is supposed to help with your skin moisture, coconut water, which is supposed to be balancing, and rose leaf extract, which has antioxidant properties. So that sounds really good. And it says, with the immediate results, you'll get a flawless, seamless coverage. Skin feels clean, it's more radiant, healthy looking, pore-free appearance, and vibrant, and it lasts from day to night. And then after 6 weeks of use, it's supposed to make your skin look more healthy and feel smoother. Alright, that's interesting. So let's go back to the immediate results. It says flawless, seamless coverage. I will give it that. It did give me a very, very nice coverage. The skin feels clean. I will say I can't feel the foundation. Even though I say it looks a little bit heavy, it doesn't feel super heavy. Like there are some foundations that feel like you have a lot of foundation on or a lot of makeup on. It doesn't feel like that. It's just when I look really close, it looks a little bit heavier with all of my powders and stuff on top. But I did use a lot of powder because I did anticipate getting super sweaty and gross today. So I always like to go in with a little bit of extra powder on really, really hot days. So keep that into account as well. It says more radiant, healthy looking skin. I will say my skin does look very nice and radiant. Like it does have a really nice shine to it. So I will give it a thumbs up for that. Pore free appearance and vibrant. I mean, not pore free. I have pretty large pores, but it's not very noticeable in this foundation. So that is good. And last day to night, that we will see at the end of the day. So far so good with this foundation. I'm really excited to see how it lasts throughout the day. Like I said, I've heard really good things about the foundation, so I do have some pretty high hopes. And yeah, so now I'm going to go about the rest of my day. It is 9:55 right now in the morning, so I'm going to try and keep it on for at least 12 hours to see how it lasts. So I'll come back a little bit later. This is what it's looking like now, and then I'll check in with you in a little bit. Alright, so it is now 8:03, so it's been about, 10 hours? And this is what my makeup is looking like now. It is in serious need of a freaking blot, but we're gonna just not do anything. I'm like, really, I just want to take a freaking tissue and just get all that oil off my face. Like I said, it was a hot day, y'all, and you know I have oily combination skin, so it is what it is. But looking up close, so I definitely I did use the BFF mascara, which if you guys watch my Colourpop video, then you know that it does flake on me. So I do have some flaking under my eyes, but that's from the mascara. That happens with any foundation, not just this one. I definitely think that definitely looks super heavy, like especially like far away it just looks super oily, but if you really look up close, it looks oily and then just like heavy on my skin. Like I almost feel like it looks like super powdery underneath my eyes. Yeah, just not the greatest. This is just definitely not a combination that I would use on super hot days like this. So yeah, I don't know if it's just the combination, like that primer is not very mattifying, or if it's the foundation, or I don't know what it is. Like maybe if I would have used my Becca Ever Matte primer, maybe it would have helped it last a little bit longer and really keep those oils at bay. That is my like holy grail primer for the summertime, just because it really does keep me really matte throughout the day. So you know, so far I'm not really liking the way that it's lasted, but again, this is 10 hours with no touch-ups on a freaking 96-degree day, so keep that in mind as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to touch it up now. So now I'm just going to take half of a piece of tissue and blot my face. Literally just blotting that forehead 10 million times better. 10 million times better. I cannot with this oily ass mess of a face. So this is all of the oil that came off, which, I mean, for as hot as it was, like I thought it was gonna be like a lot worse than that. So honestly, that's not the worst I've ever seen. Me under the eyes just looks really bad right now. It's like a mess, child. I mean, my contour and stuff is still there, which is nice. I'm just gonna take my sponge, kind of just like pat underneath my eyes, because it just looked really like powdery under there. I don't know, it looks weird. I don't know if it's the foundation and the concealer. I mean, I haven't really used this concealer a lot, so I'm not sure if it's like the concealer or what, but something is just like not meshing. But I'm just gonna take my I Heart Revolution fixing spray Let me add a little bit of a lip gloss. So this is what the foundation is looking like. Honestly, I think that it's a pretty good foundation. Probably not one that I would wear on a super hot day. Maybe when it starts cooling off, like in the fall time, or, you know, maybe testing it out with better or other primers that I know are going to keep my oiliness under control. It's not a bad foundation by any means, but just on this day with that primer, I don't think that it kind of got the best wear that it could have gotten, just because, and also no touch-ups because my skin is super oily. But from after touching up and all that, I really don't think that it's a bad foundation by any means. It is definitely a little bit heavier than I am used to during this time, because like I said, in the summertime I kind of try to go for a more lightweight foundation, something that doesn't look as heavy on my skin and all of that, just because of the heat and all of those properties. So not terrible, but just not the greatest for this time of the year, for my skin at least, I think. But again, I am going to test it out with other primers and things like that. Maybe if I tried it with a more mattifying primer that I know works with my skin, maybe that would change the outcome of how it lasted. I don't know, I haven't tried it, so I can't really tell you, but so far I think it's a pretty okay foundation, but not one that I would say, yeah, this is perfect for summertime, you know what I mean? So yeah, hopefully you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below what other videos you guys want to see. Are there any other foundations or any other products that you want to see me give my first impression and opinion on? Definitely let me know. Thank you so much for spending your time here with me on my channel. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you guys enjoyed yourself here. And if you did, make sure to subscribe so that you catch all my other new content that's coming. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.